the reason you are not reaching those goals is because we're not thinking big picture. Welcome back, everyone. My name is Tyrus. This is Healthy Mental. I'm in the office today. We're going to talk about thinking big, man. Thinking bigger picture. Sometimes we can think small picture, and what that means is we in the present moment, which sometimes the present moment is important, right? But sometimes the present moment can set you back. Sometimes the present moment can hold you back because you in the present moment. You could be in a situation where it's not where you want it to be. Things is not going your way. 1,000 things hitting you every single day, every single week, and you don't know how to think about the bigger picture, the reason you are doing exactly what you're doing, or the goal you set. The reason you are not reaching those goals is because we're not thinking big picture. I've had my share of thinking big picture. That's why I'm talking about it, because in order to experience what I experienced, I had to take chances, I had to take risks, I had to try all new things, and in order to try a new thing, you have to see what that thing is, like at the end of the door. You know what I'm saying? You walk right in the door, you don't know what to expect, but you still got to focus on where to go. Okay, and thinking about the bigger picture is something big. So we're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna start it off with relationships. In relationships, you could be with this gal, this guy, and y'all going through a lot, right? But what is the goal? What do you want out of this relationship? Do you want marriage? Do you want kids? What do you want with this person? So if you keep that in mind, you have to keep it in mind, because the big picture is what you actually want out of what's going on right now. So just think about that more. Okay, so start using your focus on what you're trying to do with this situation. Are you trying to let this stop now? Or are you trying to get married? Figure that part out and go towards it. That way you don't ignore, because whatever you're supposed to go through, you're going to go through, and you're supposed to, it's just the way your life journey is supposed to go. But we can't worry about the little things, man. Sometimes those little things can hinder the big thing, right? The big picture. So don't focus so much on the small things. And this could be contradictory depending on what we're talking about, because details do matter. But in this situation, when you're trying to focus on that big picture, you have to just take what you got, adapt with it, learn from it, and just keep pushing forward till you get to where you're trying to go. This whole page, this whole YouTube channel is all about self-growth. Like, how are we going to grow? How are we going to get out of the same way we've been doing things? And that's why we're here. So think bigger. We're going to go to the next one. So even in a career, like for me, for example, in a career, going to school was hard, bro. Like going back to school to be a media communications, and look where I'm at now after a year, well, 2 years. I'm here, making flyers, making, events happen. I'm doing a lot, and I didn't get there by just not thinking about the bigger picture. When I go to school, you gotta stay up all night and do homework, and study for this and that, and have these projects done at a certain time. And it's like at that moment, you like, dude, can it just be 2 years already? Can I just graduate? But if I didn't think about that, I would stop here. So I have to think about. Now let that go through. I had to think about the future in order to get there, right? I have to put my mindset on it as much as I possibly can. I can't worry about what's going on right now. What I'm supposed to be doing now is just learning. That's it. Because when it's time, the big picture is doing this. And you gotta buckle down. You gotta put your head down. You gotta almost put a blindfold on. Sorry, y'all. You almost gotta put a blindfold on, right? And just kind of just go. When you wake up, when you pop up, like, okay, where I'm at, I ain't there yet. Let's keep going. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep buckling down, all the way down. Um, the best way to think big though is to know if it's a long term feeling for you. You know, like we live in a moment of life. Some things we like, some things we love, but in this situation, in order to get to the bigger picture, it has to be something you love to do, right? So if you think long term of that love, you will get there, right? Think long term. If you think if you put yourself in a situation where it's more so things you like, these are moments. Okay, these are moments that you are in. But if you think about stuff you love, that's longevity, because you're gonna most times I'm not gonna always love that thing. Okay, no matter what age you're gonna be, it's things I love now at 36 that I loved at 10, and I still love it. I still love it. Let's keep going. What's the reason? What's the reason you here? What's the reason that you are in this relationship? What's the reason you are doing this job? Say you started off at the bottom of your job, right? And you're like, it's hard to wake up. It's hard for you to wake up. It's hard for you to show up on time. It's hard for you to do all these things at that job because you trying to get this certain position. That's the big picture, right? But what we could do is just kind of like just sit in this moment so much that we just kind of like just forget about it, and we get so comfortable in this, but we forget about where we're going, and that's how we get stuck. All right, we can't get stuck. The big picture is the goal. The big picture is the goal. The small picture is just the moment. Like we're gonna all have different things coming at us every single day, y'all, and we just gotta keep going forward. Keep taking what we learn. Like this last episode, we talked about learning from the mistakes and loving your mistakes. But we got to keep going forward. The bigger picture is always the best, bro, because that's how we get to the spots that we trying to get to. Stop playing around, man. Look at the big picture. Look at the full scope of things. It's not always going to be this little stuff coming at you, man. You got to start thinking about what's the end goal and just look forward and keep going. Brush them things off, man. Brush all that bull off and just keep going straight. The more you keep going straight, you're going to find yourself in the position that you was trying to get to. All right, so that the big picture is all you worry about. Is all you worry about. That's the only thing you need to worry about. Anything you do, what is the big picture? You put yourself in any situation. What is the big picture? Even if the littlest things is taking my son to his football practices, you know what I'm saying? It's like, what is the bigger picture? Like, I want him to come out of there being tougher. I want him to come out of there being more independent, because this is a sport that's all on him. I want him to work hard. You know what I'm saying? It's not even about him being the top football player on the team. It's just the big picture is, yes, I got to go through this practice and I'm tired. I got to take him to practice. I'm so tired. But I know the big picture is he will be better off doing this, right? Because 10 years from now, he's going to appreciate this time that he's getting, with football and what he's learning and how hard it is for him and how it's going to build him up to become a great man when he get older. You know what I'm saying? So the big picture is that. Even with me as a family man, think about, me being a dad, and we think about me being a dad and, like the kids and, them growing up and all the stuff they experience and all the stuff they want, all the stuff they like and love, but they don't love and like no more, like all that kind of stuff. Like the family is the big picture. So it's like, I'm not going to tarnish anything that's going to separate myself from getting to the big picture, which is the family. You're going to have issues. You're going to have family issues. You're going to have family arguments. That is not the way it should be, right? Even if it happened, it happened. But we're not going to focus on that. We're going to focus on the bigger picture. The bigger picture is keeping the family together. So whatever we need to do inside this bubble, we have to do that in order to keep it going, right? So don't be afraid. You Y'all keep going strong, man. I got an end quote. Oh, and we ain't there yet. Be more flexible, real quick. Be flexible. Be flexible. Adapt to any environment you come across on your way. On your way up. Okay? On your way up. Don't let it take you away from the end goal. The end goal is the big picture. The small picture is the things that's distracting you. So stop being distracted. Keep going. Get hit. Rub it off. Keep going straight. Right? So all we're trying to do is go up. Way up. Alright, so yeah, end quote. Let's get to it. Love yourself, love others, and others will love you for being yourself. You see it? Got it? Take that. Y'all subscribe, show your friends this video. More of a chill feel. You know, I got the sunlight here, but we chilling today. Yeah, keep looking at that big picture. The small stuff doesn't matter. It's all about the end goal. Brush through it, fight through it, talk through it, and let's get there. All right, y'all ready? Let's go.